Hello my friends. Today we've been invited to the Egyptian Theater for a media day. Let's go check it out. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. So we're attending the Omni Cultural TV Festival. There we go. Here's the red carpet happening a little bit later. There's our backdrop for the photo ops. And of course my friend Kevin. There's the performance stage. I've been told that Garrett Morris has been here, Marla Gibbs, there they are on the poster. I'm also told that Tiny Lister is here, who I know as being Zeus from wrestling and also Debo from Friday movies. A little bit of history of the Egyptian theater right there, starting in 1922. Too bad the courtyard doesn't look like that anymore. All right, so Kevin, do you want to tell everybody what it is that we're here to do today?
All right, so welcome to the Omnicultural TV Fest here at the Egyptian Theater in historic Hollywood, California. We're here because we are representing and trying to bring in some television creators, some television producers, and some people that just want to get their name out there to some big showrunners and some production companies. And like say you have a little project that you're working on in television, this is a great place to get it going. We say omnicultural because it's the melting pot of America. It's all the cultures, not just multicultural. It's omnicultural. It's all of them. And I think that goes along with our sci-fi. You know, got some sci-fi shows here. We include that.
And you're doing panels. You're doing screenings.
Panels here. Peter Engel's here.
That's the one that got me excited. Peter Engel was the producer of Saved by the Bell and California Dreams, which I just vlogged the reunion the other day.
And you know who else is here is Mark Secreci, who wrote Super Friends, He-Man,
Smurfs,
Friday the 13th, the TV series.
And the Twilight Zone companion, right?
And he's the author of the Twilight Zone companion, which up to now has sold 2.5 million copies. So
wow.
Yeah, so
so it's a good place to get your talents seen if you're in the kind of business of doing that.
Yeah, exactly. And we've got a lot of a lot of people that you've heard of. You know, we've got Shari Belafonte is here.
Almost a Charlie's Angel.
Almost a Charlie's Angel. I was excited to see Eric Schwartz here, who some of you guys know him as E Smooth on the internet. He's a stand-up comedian, a headlining comedian across the country. Of course, Joey Medina, another headlining comedian, had a really great show called Man of a Funny Age, which if that's on the internet, you got to see that. And then Debo was here from Friday. So Tiny Lister up in his house.
Yeah, I'm hoping to drag some of those guys over and talk to me here at some point today. So
it'll happen. So yeah, it's the Omnicultural Television Festival. It's our first year.
When you're watching movies, look at how their facial expressions move when they're sad or when they're happy, and allow everything that you do to be a little piece of like a little something in your arsenal, so that when you do have a character that you know is nothing like you, you can rewind and say, I saw a person like that, and I studied the way that they talk to people, and I studied the way that they interact with people. And all of those things you'll take into a room, and then people will see something in you, and they'll be like, whoa, that was something that she brought in that nobody else brought in. So God, your family, and study. And you'll be
here's the schedule of events for today. You can see they're showing a lot of pilots and sizzle reels. And then in the Spielberg Theater, which we've checked out already, they're having more of the panel discussions. So I just went in and watched some of the little pitches. Basically they were short 5-minute segments showing some shows that people were trying to sell. A lot of them great ideas. A lot of them were shows basically almost like kind of this format in a way of people traveling, looking for natural remedies. In some cases they were, one woman was going to foreign countries and helping street animals get care. All kinds of great ideas in there. And Shari Belafonte had a really funny one with Candace Bowen where they're out hitting different golf courses and inviting guests out there and having conversations. It's kind of reminiscent to me of almost like the Jerry Seinfeld comedians in cars having coffee, but it's two women with vulgar language if they want, out there on the links with people like Martin Sheen, and yeah, it was really funny. She's actually here. Maybe I can get her to talk to us for a little bit. And this was her show. This is the one I was talking about. It's called Chicks on the Links. I was just talking about how what a great thing that you were showing is that how you travel the world and help rescue street dogs and give them the care that they need. What a great idea.
Yeah, well, it wasn't so much of an idea, it just came to me. I was on vacation, and I found this dog that was lying on the side of the road, no hair, no nothing, could barely walk, and I realized at a moment that my calling is to help street animals, because he wasn't the only one in that condition, there's so many more, and that's when I started this whole thing 4 years ago, and I haven't stopped since. So just because I'm here, though, that doesn't mean the work stops. I continue being in touch with my team on the ground and rescue dogs on a daily basis. So. And this is Ruby from Peru, from the Amazon.
Yeah.
Somebody dumped her at my campaign. We also not only rescue and rehabilitate street animals, but we bring free veterinary services and free sterilization campaigns to the neighborhoods. And in one of the campaigns that I did last November, somebody dumped her under a chair and she became my dog.
And I don't want to say enjoyed, but there was I appreciated the fact that you showed the dark side. You talked about how people how people are poisoning dogs daily that you guys would deal with. And
not only that, but the utter indifference that the dogs face, even when they're sick, even when they're hit by cars, people just drive by and don't do anything to help the animals. So I feel that it is necessary to show the dark side. So we here in modern, I don't want to say modern, but the first world country, right, like America or the westernized society.
The more privileged, yeah.
Yeah, the more privileged one. We understand what animals have to go through in other parts of the world. And I feel that we have so many gifts here that we could give back to those communities through education, through helping organizations like mine. Yeah, we have to do
You're absolutely right. It's not just about getting resources there, it's actually helping people there to understand how to help themselves.
You know, the first campaign that I ran there, that's when somebody walked up to our table and I asked them, hey, do you want to sterilize your animal? And this gentleman, who was probably 35, he didn't know what sterilization was.
Wow.
And I realized, oh my God, I have to teach people here. So one part of the program that I run is the educational campaign. So we teach children from a very early age. We bring these lovely educational campaigns on how to relate to animals, how to value animals. Not only dogs, we don't only work with dogs, we also work with cats, but overall, how to value, how to respect, how to have reverence to all beings. And I don't really think it's so much about poverty, because people always say, well, they are not so privileged, they don't have the funds to take care of the animals. A lot of times it's not that. A lot of times it's really having the compassion, having the understanding.
Well, you're doing a great thing. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Oh, what an honor. We have both women here from Chicks on the Links, Shari Belafonte, Candace Bowen. How did this idea come about? Do you spend a lot of times on the links, or?
Totally by accident. No, we started this because we're both golfers. She's more of a golfer than I am. But I was on Martin Sheen's team on the Women in Film Golf Tournament that she always hosted for 17 years at Malibu. Malibu was shutting down. She said to me, you've got to take me out to other golf courses. And it was just funny, the hijinks that we had to go through in order to sort of talk these other golf courses into maybe taking the Women in Film Golf Tournament. And she finally said to me, you know, we got to put this on film. So that's what we did.
I thought it was hilarious.
Film students and we shot just some preliminary stuff to see if we had a show. And Martin Sheen said, I think this is some funny stuff. You should try and push it as a show.
I absolutely agree. Do you have any dream guests that have you thought of in the future that you'd like to have on?
All of our guests are dream guests. That Tiger, of course. No, how could we not want to have Tiger?
Well, that's what I was curious. Some people don't want to have anything that would be controversial, and some people just want to have their friends. I was curious.
Those that I don't want, that she's pushing me to do, but I'm digging in my heels and ain't
Betty Thomas.
No, Betty Thomas.
Kevin Dillon from Entourage.
Oh, he's hilarious.
We did Martin Sheen already. We did Swayze.
Yeah.
Maggie, she's Victoria's Secret. Beverly Johnson, he's an Asian black model who is 4 handicapped.
Wow.
I mean, we got a list of folks that always say, Amy Herman.
Really? See, I love that you have a really wide range of people that you're thinking of.
People don't realize how people play golf.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Some executives that are...
That's an addictive game. I mean, when I met Johnny Gill, he told me he spent most of his time on the links all the time. So
it's funny because I was in a party with Jason Bateman the other day, and I had this hat on. Do you want to play golf? And I went, yes, I do. As a matter of fact, we had this show on YouTube called Chicks on the Legs. And I said, we're going to try and see things out. And he stopped, and the whole party was going on, and he just stared at me and my husband for about a half hour talking.
That is amazing.
Gave up his entire life, his wife, the kids were like so
I think you guys are on to something. I think it's a great concept. I think you'll be a hit.
His wife's the producer of the show, and mom's on the other kid. He doesn't
Well, thank you.
What is your name, David? Exile?
Oh, David Duchovny.
Oh, David Duchovny? Wow.
Yeah, so we really are, you know, we're just chicks on the legs.
There you go. Thank you for the interview.
You know, we tell everybody, two mature women that are obsessed with the game of golf. They go from course to course playing 9 holes. The 10th hole is the bar.
So comedians in cars getting coffee, it's comedians in golf carts getting coffee.
Oh, hilarious. Congratulations. It was hilarious to watch the clip today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, what an honor we have here. A man I've heard on Coast to Coast. A man who I didn't know, but I have been following you since I was a kid watching the Smurfs.
Thanks.
So you've actually been responsible for 2 things that I love.
Yes.
The Twilight Zone Companion and the Smurfs.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
How did those worlds collide? How did that come to be that you have been part of both worlds?
Well, the 3 shows that made me want to be a writer were the original Twilight Zone, the original Outer Limits, and the original Star Trek. And when I got out of college, there were no classes in how to write or produce television. So I started writing the Twilight Zone Companion when I was 22, just so I could learn how to write and produce a great show. And in the meantime, I took a writing class with Theodore Sturgeon, who was one of the writers from Star Trek, great science fiction writer, and his teaching assistant was a young writer named Michael Reeves, and we became friends, and he was writing animation. So he asked if I would like to write animation with him, so I wrote Space Ghost with him, an episode of that. And then
I love Space Ghost.
And then Smurfs was just starting up, so I wrote one with Michael, and then it was very obvious I could write them on my own. So then I wrote for Smurfs and He-Man and Super Friends and Real Ghostbusters and so forth. Then jumped over to live action with Star Trek Next Generation and all those shows, so Babylon 5 and Deep Space Nine, etc. And now I'm here doing Space Command.
Well, you just mentioned He-Man.
Yeah.
I was a huge He-Man fan, probably bigger He-Man fan than anything. What did you think of them bringing it back, kind of bringing a new character look and all that stuff? How do you feel about that?
You know, see, the great thing about television is that whenever they do something down the line, the version that you did or that you watched or that you love still exists. So
Absolutely.
It works or doesn't work, it's to a certain degree irrelevant because it's the version you love is still there. Just like when they brought Ghostbusters back, the recent one, a lot of people didn't like them. They go watch the Bill Murray one, you know, it's fine.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Real Ghostbusters, which I wrote for, you know. So.
I used to be friends with a professional wrestler, and one day he told me, I said, I don't really get into the new stuff. He said, it's because it's not for you. He said, it's for who you were when you got into it as a little boy.
That's right.
So
You're not the target audience.
So what are you up to now? What is your future plan?
Great. Well,
I see Space Command, of course.
Well, the new Twilight Zone Companion just came out, and that's 100 pages longer with 500 new photographs and audio and video links. So you can listen to speeches that Rod Serling gave. You can listen to an interview I just did with Rod Starter Jody, and you can watch a new interview I did with George Takei. You can watch shows that Rod wrote in the 1950s. Amazing stuff. And, And then with Space Command, I wanted to do a space-going show that would be a hopeful vision of the future that could inspire people like Star Trek inspired me.
Absolutely.
So everything I've written has been for the studios and the networks, you know, hundreds of hours of TV. But with this, I mentor a lot of young people, and I started doing about crowdfunding, and I thought, let's see if I can raise money. And ultimately, my audience gave me over $1 million to make this pilot. And so it stars Doug Jones and Robert Picardo and Barry Ferlin and Bill Mumy, all these actors I've worked with on these great shows. Doug is on Star Trek Discovery now, and he's in Shaken Water. And so I was able to open my own studio and shoot the 2-hour pilot, and we're now completing visual effects on that. There's 1,900 visual effects shots, and we shot 40 minutes of the second 2-hour story. We're completing that in July. We're going to shoot the rest of it. We're building an alien hibernation ship and a creature, and it's a 12-hour season. So now I'm pitching the series, but because of my audience, I'm able basically to greenlight myself on anything I want to do.
I was going to say, isn't that amazing that your history has gotten you to a point where your fans will finance you to not have to answer to anyone?
I know, it's great. It's enormous.
You're living the dream.
Yeah, and so I'm creating something called Showrunners Network, where I'm creating 6 new series with 6 major showrunners who've all had hit shows. So I generated 350 ideas, and then I show that to my collaborators, and we come up with which one we want to do, and then off we go to the races. So the first one I'm co-writing now with Rockney O'Bannon, who created Farscape and Alienations, Sequest and Defiance, and Cult. The second position is Mark Secreci, who with his partner created and runs The Expanse, and also wrote Children of Men and Iron Man. I've reached out to Dan O'Bannon's widow to see what material he didn't get to make. He wrote Alien and Total Recall,
right?
Return of the Living Dead, which he also directed. It'll be 6 folks like that.
Wow, congratulations.
It's going to be a very fun project. And then we'll go to our audience, finance all 6 pilots in the production, then go to the buyers with a slate of 6 shows. And,
excellent. And then hopefully get it out there where everyone else can see it.
Yeah, well, I have my own YouTube channel now called Mr. Sci-Fi, so people can watch Space Command. I give commentaries and reviews on science fiction TV shows and movies. It just keeps going. You know, it's a
awesome. Congratulations. You want to plug your YouTube channel one more time for everyone?
My YouTube channel is Mr. Sci-Fi, Mr. just MR, and then Sci-Fi, SCI-FI.
Excellent. Everyone go subscribe.
Yeah.
Now I heard there's some entertainment out here, and there certainly is. Let's go check it out. Nice. I did not expect to see this here, but, well, I'm in this. Nice. What a nice touch to this. So they still have the red carpet event coming up. I don't know how long we'll stay. I really wanted to talk to Peter Engel and Tiny Lister, but I haven't seen either one of them for a while. So if I run into either one of them, I'll definitely try and get an interview with them. You can see all the places that are here covering this. And look at that. Look who's got a spot here at the red carpet. Yeah, apparently I can talk to anybody. Peter Engel, the man of the hour. I grew up being one of the biggest Saved by the Bell fans and California Dream fans ever. How did you hit gold with such a great cast and such a great show? Why did everybody seem to love them so much?
Because they played their own age.
Ah.
902 in the 30s.
How did you pick Zach? How did you pick Mark? Did you know that he was the guy, or?
I walked in, I said, this kid speaks English, he's got the bug. He had that swagger.
Did you ever have a moment where you just thought like, maybe I made a mistake or anything?
Never. I've done 18 series. So, in many shows, you could never picture anyone else but them from day one.
Well, what happened with Good Morning Miss Bliss and To Saved by the Bell? What was that on?
Disney deal.
Oh, okay, okay. And yeah, that's what I was curious. Because I know the cast changed a little bit, but not much. Yeah.
No, we brought in Mario, we brought in Berkeley and Tiffany.
And it's amazing what Mario's done with his life, isn't it? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those are people who never quit acting. Did you know about the California Dreams reunion the other day?
I've been to the back.
You have?
And we're working on the Broadway musical, so we put the cast and we got the tryouts. But I heard yesterday they had California Dreams.
Absolutely. I went to it and I filmed it. They were, oh really? It was so great. Yeah, it was so great. Well, congratulations. Thank you for talking to me tonight. Well, how about that? We got to meet Peter Engel after all, the creator of Saved by the Bell, one of my all-time favorite shows. That's crazy that he didn't know about California Dreams doing the reunion. I can't believe somebody didn't contact him and invite him. Such a bummer. But it was great to get to meet him tonight.
Thank you, and give it up for Lily La Amazona.
out of here. Well, that's it, my friends. I want to thank Jerry Lynn Wilson for becoming my newest Patreon. Thank you all for watching. I was pleasantly surprised by all the people that I got to talk to me today. Tiny Lister never did come back. I never did see him. I guarantee the first thing out of my mouth would have been, "So, do you think you could have taken Hogan?" Because he was the co-star in No Holds Barred, the first movie that Hulk Hogan was in, the first like WWE, WWF movie. And they took that character from the movie and then just weaved him into the actual WWE plot line. So he became a wrestler at that time. It was just kind of a crazy story. And but you know what? I got to meet the man responsible for Saved by the Bell. I got to talk to the man who was responsible for He-Man and the Smurfs. All three things huge in my life. I got to talk to Shari Belafonte. Just an amazing night. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great night. We'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.